So I'm a dungeon master that likes to do pretty much an entire theater of the mind sort of situation for my players, and I know that some DMs really like to have like a TV built into the table or a projector screen on the wall. For me though, yeah, I like the theater of the mind, but it's also just the little tiny things that make the hugest difference for your party. So my friend who is actually in the current campaign that I'm running, he just got an FDM 3D printer, and I have like terabytes worth of 3D printed files, and so I gave him some of those, and he proceeded to make some of the coolest terrain, and I have not been able to get around to painting it yet, but just using it unpainted at the table, it added an entire another layer to combat. Like the players at the table, they actually were able to see where the cover would be, so they knew to go behind this tree or this giant little ice spear that's coming out of the ground. And so I would say it doesn't need to be fancy, but just something to keep the theater of the mind a little bit outside on the table. So it gives the players something to look at and reference, and they remember, oh, that tree is right over there. I can get half cover if I try to hide behind it. I just finished a session of D&D, so I will just run you through what the table was. Well, it's kind of taken down, but what we did today was kind of an ice encounter, and I have these maps that I got from the game store, but it's these little spikes and such that he 3D printed, and I mean, these files, they came out really nice. They're unpainted, but they get the job done, and it's able to give the players in the party a good idea of like, oh, I can get cover from the main person right over here, and it adds a whole layer to what people can do at the table. Also, another note is you don't have to get a 3D printer, and you don't have to get a fancy purchased set of maps, but I made these out of moss that I found in my ground and some sticks from the yard. I found this when I was on a hike, and like a little jawbone of some creature, but I used those at the table to create just an added layer of realism, and it's something for the players to interact with, and you never know when that one little thing is going to spur the conversation that leads to the funniest moment of the entire campaign. So yeah, it's in the little things. Just keep that in mind with your campaigns.